morning, everybody, and welcome to our Paul Creek maintenance facility here in Mecklenburg County. My name is Mike Mariano. I'm the Assistant Division Maintenance Engineer for Division 10. That includes 5 different counties, including Mecklenburg, but also Cabarrus, Stanley, Anson, and Union. I've also got Garrett Ratliff with me today. He is the Mecklenburg County Maintenance Engineer. So I'll pass it over to him here in a little bit to give you an update on their plan for treating Mecklenburg. But for division-wide, so all 5 counties, we are in the process of pre-treating those routes with brine. Some counties started yesterday, but everybody will finish out today. So once we finish brining our routes, we're going to go ahead and put on our salt spreaders. So we'll take off the brine tanks, put on our spreaders and our plows. Once we get, we're going to watch the weather really closely, and once we get a better idea of when our crews will come in on Friday, we'll have everything loaded up on the truck, so they just have to hop in and get loaded down with salt, and then they can go stage at their site. So once we do stage our folks on Friday, we're going to be working in continuous 12-hour shifts. So we're going to be working non-stop until the event is over and all state-maintained routes are cleared. So on that note, I'm going to pass it off to Garrett to give you a brief update on what he's got going on for Mecklenburg County.
Before you pass it off, would you mind spelling your last name for us?
Last name, M-A-R-I-A-N-O.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. And I'll be around for questions after this.
Hi everyone, my name is Garrett Ratliff. Just so you can spell it, y'all can zoom into that. Spell it a little uniquely. Hi everyone, my name is Garrett Ratliff. I'm the Mecklenburg County Maintenance Engineer. I oversee the Mecklenburg County operations and ensure that we are safe for the snow event. Thus far, we have placed a lot of brine out on our roads. We have finished with our primary routes and we're finishing up on our interstates today. By the end of the day, we will have our roads prepped and ready to go. When the snow occurs, we will have several trucks on out there, placing salt, plowing, pushing that snow off the road to get those roads safe for the drivers. We placed about 100,000 gallons of brine by the end of today, and we've got about 5,000 tons of salt ready to go, loaded up in those trucks. We will keep on going in 12-hour shifts until the work is done. We will relentlessly make sure that these roads are safe for y'all. Do y'all have any questions for me? Ready? Yes. So we are partnering up with our contractors. We have about 100 contractor trucks and 40 state employees that are working, like I said, in 12-hour shifts, going around the clock until the work is done. It does require the use of our contractors to help us out. We want to make sure these roads are opened up as soon as possible.
How far out did you start brining? You talked about how far did you start your brining process?
Sorry.
How far ahead did you start the process?
So we started brining the roads yesterday, so Thursday morning, and continued to the end of the day. Once temperatures started getting too cold, we pulled them off, and we started and resumed our brining operations today. We'll keep going until about the end of the day. We're expected to be done around lunchtime. Yeah, sure. The brine is a mixture of salt and water, and we like to apply that during the warmer temperatures on the roadways. It allows the water to dry and leaves the salt residue on the road. That helps increase the temperature when the snow falls and prevent freezing on the roadways.
So after the brine, when the actual snow or ice starts falling, what follows that step?
What follows after snow starts falling?
The brine, once the storm starts, what do you do during that?
Gotcha. So after we apply the brine, we send our crews on out to wait for the snow to start falling. When the snow starts to fall, we look at that. We wait for it to accumulate and start placing salt on the roadways. Once the salt is applied and starts doing its job and melting that snow, we'll start plowing it out of the roadways and get it back on into the shoulders.
What does motorists do when they see these trucks out?
If you happen to see the NCDOT or contractor trucks that are working, please stay back, let us work, give us some space. We have a job to do. We want to do it effectively and efficiently, and the more space that you can give us, the better.
And do you have any other advice for drivers if somebody has to get out on the roads while this is going on? Any advice that you want them to have?
Absolutely. Got a few notes here. We do encourage all citizens to stay home, but if you do have to go out onto the roadway, please make sure that you have a checklist of different tools, flares, maybe even some road maps, extra clothes, ice scrapers. Make sure you have your phone and an extra power cord. Make sure that phone is charged up. Have a flashlight, first aid kit, jumper cables, and some food and water, just in case you do happen to get stuck on that roadway. Make sure that you choose a primary route or interstate when you are driving, and let someone know of your travel plan. Clear snow and ice from your lights and the hood and on top of the vehicle so that your car is safe to drive, and allow extra time and anticipate delays when on the roadway. So the weather's always changing, so I'm going to try to be very general for y'all. But we are expected to get some snow and some icy conditions with this event. We don't know how much snow. It's going to be around 0 to 3 inches, but we are expecting some ice with this colder temperatures. So please be careful if you do have to go out on the roadway, and just know that no one could drive on ice. Say that one more time. Yes. Ice can appear anywhere at any given time. We use a lot of measures to try and predict where that ice will form, and we try to treat it as soon as we can. We have several different methods to treat it depending on the temperatures and how much ice accumulation is there, but we will attack it once we know about it, and keep attacking it until it's gone. Absolutely. It's all hands on deck, making sure that we are clearing these roadways. We do have shifts to make sure that our drivers do not get too tired, because we want to make sure that they stay safe as well. But we will have day shift and night shift, and they'll keep going back and forth until the roads are cleared. Question. Okay. So generally speaking, we will be on top of it. We are going to address primarily our primary routes in our interstates first, and move on down to our secondary routes. If you do happen to see some really bad icy conditions, you can report it through our Contact Us system, our car system. Go online, go to Report Us, or NCDOT Report Us, and you can fill it out and say, hey, I have ice accumulation at this address, and we will get that notification instantly, and we'll make some plans to go on out there and address it.
Can you just speak to the fact this is the first time in several years we've had any type of weather event that would warrant a response like this?
Absolutely. Do you mind if I explain a little bit further? I got a little message I'd like to say to Mecklenburg County folks, if that's okay?
Yeah.
And I'll touch on that a little bit too.
Touch on driving seat, user driving seat,
Gotcha. All right. So we haven't seen a snow event like this in several years, and some of the residents are probably a little rusty when it comes to driving in snow and some of the rules to follow with the snow. We have Drive NC, which has a lot of updates about the different road closures that we might have or icy conditions that might occur, so please check those updates there. What we will ask for Mecklenburg County citizens is that they can stay home, or better yet, take your kids and dogs out to play in the snow. Let them enjoy that snow out in the yard, but do not get in those vehicles. Let us do our work. we can do it a lot more efficiently and effectively when there's less cars on the roadway. We will keep working tirelessly until those roads are cleared. Just let us do our job, please.